Shalom to you, as Congressman Doug Lamborn.
Hello, Yanni.
You're here visiting Israel. You're taking part in the big Chairman's Conference of leaders from around the world in support of Israel.
This is a great conference. It's parliamentarians and congressmen from all over the world who support Israel and who want to take that message back to our countries, and will work together on legislation and other ways of supporting our friend Israel.
One of the hot topics is, of course, Iran, the negotiations with Iran regarding their nuclear plan.
I'm very concerned that an Iran nuclear deal will allow Iran a pathway to create nuclear weapons. We cannot allow that to happen because they've made threats against the very existence and future of Israel.
And of course, there's the war between Russia and Ukraine. USA is assisting Ukraine. Do you think that Israel should be doing more helping the Ukrainians? We know, of course, that Zelensky, president of Ukraine, would like much more from Israel.
Well, I think every country should help Ukraine as much as they possibly can. I hear that yesterday Israel sent a mobile field hospital to Ukraine. That's a wonderful gesture of support. But we can all do more. USA and Israel and everybody.
So you're talking to us from the conference that is supporting Israel. Is there really bipartisan support in the U.S.? You know, there's concern regarding the current administration.
In Congress, there is support for Israel from both parties. There is a few holdouts that are in the tiny minority, but most congressmen do support Israel of both parties. The administration, I think, wants to be supportive, but they do have some people that they chose for certain positions, like the Iran negotiations, where they have a history of not being very supportive. So I'm concerned about some of the people in the Biden administration.
So how do you help really increase the support in the U.S., support of Israel?
One good thing that I try to do is to support Israel is to point out the good things that Israel is doing. We just came out of a meeting where it's very clear, and this should be a message to the entire world, that Israel includes all people of all religions and ethnic backgrounds in their government, and as voters and as participants in democracy. There's no discrimination against any ethnic group or religion whatsoever. That's a good message, and we need to take that to everybody.
U.S. Congressman Doug Lamborn, thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you, Yanni.